So this is me around 2022, and this is me now. I want to show you guys how I reinvented myself and had my own personal glow up at the age of 32. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Bessie, and this channel is actually a husband and wife duo where we talk about our fitness journey, specifically us going into bodybuilding, and also our lifestyle in general. We like to have fun little content. Sometimes we do random things like how to build a ramp. It's just extremely random. Overall, we've been on this huge goal of becoming pro bodybuilding, all natural. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. We want you to subscribe because we want you to see our journey and see that you can do it too if you really wanted to. So as you know, we're all constantly trying to keep bettering ourselves. We're all on our own personal journeys of becoming more well-rounded people. And that can include physical, mental, overall lifestyle. And a lot of people do mention physical and mental, but at times we don't mention lifestyle, which includes friends, family, and boundaries in itself. So again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe below and keep watching this video. We're gonna start off first with the mental, because I think that's the most important part, is how you see yourself, how you feel inside, and then that actually reflects off into your physical. And actually, regardless of your physical, I think if you're mentally in a great place, you don't care what you really look like because you feel so great about yourself. There are people who other people may view as not attractive, not physically attractive, too skinny, too fat, any of those type of terms where we all judge someone. And that person doesn't care because they're happy, and you could see their glow. You could see mentally that they're above. My first glow up was mentally. And as a child, growing up, throughout middle school, high school, etc., I've always been on the quieter side. And I remember in middle school, one of my cousins telling me that I'm never gonna survive because I'm too nice. I always remember that. I always thought though I was mentally strong, and ignoring people's attitudes or, insecurities was my strength. And I still believe that till this day. But a big part of my issue was that I couldn't confront people when I felt at the time that they offended me or really happy with something, I wasn't satisfied with something. And then, of course, as normal people would do, don't say anything, and later on I would think about it and I'd be like, oh, why didn't I say anything, So I was trying to keep the peace at all times is what I'm kind of trying to get at. One thing I know is as we get older, we do get more comfortable in our own skin. I think I'm getting there. I'm still not completely there because my other big problem is think too much about what other people think. And this comes with the community. So in the Indian community, we're always thinking about what others' opinions are of us. And even in our own household, when guests come over, the woman always has to present them with food, tea, be nice, respectful, see if everyone's happy, if everyone's satisfied, constantly in the kitchen rather than socializing. I grew up kind of more on that side instead of being rebellious. I could have been rebellious and just stayed in my room, but I always, again, wanted to people please and wanted to make sure that people liked me. So I grew up in this mindset of, I need people to like me, I need to get along with people, but yeah, eventually that comment that someone said, I guess it triggered me, because I realized, well, actually at the time I didn't understand what she was saying. I knew it was a rude comment, but I didn't really understand what the comment meant, and then over time I realized that, oh, I'm not really standing up for myself. I think that's what she means. After meeting Greg is more so where I realized this world is pretty cruel. Way to survive is being selfish. So he told me to always be selfish and to take care of myself first, even before him. Because then at the end of the day, when I have myself taken care of and I've prepared everything that I need to do for my mental health, I can now help him. I can now assist him with whatever he needs. We're supposed to be there for each other constantly, right? That's what a husband and wife does. Emotionally, we're supposed to help each other get through our hard times, our good days, our bad days, etc. He always reminds me, be selfish. If you need to do something, do it. Don't even think about me. Tell me, hey, I need to do this. I can't think about anything else. Or hey, I felt this way. It is what it is. You know, it's not the end of the world, but this is what we need to discuss. Maybe we need to change. And if we don't change, how can we go through with it moving forward? Also, he also told me, because I've told him many stories of my past. We both learn about people in our lives, people who used to be in our lives, certain occurrences that have happened. And I told him that I started standing up for myself actually around college. Started speaking up for myself. If someone was eating on my bed, I would say, hey, please don't eat on my bed. I don't really like it. I don't want any crumbs when I'm sleeping, you know? Simple things like that. Everyone's different, right? Some people are like what I used to be, or I somewhat am still. Stay quiet, stay quiet, stay quiet to please others and make yourself unhappy, and then become overly sensitive when someone says something to you that may be actually normal. He also told me, hey, you need to get back to being that person. The person who stood up for themselves. The person who didn't care what people thought. Mentally, I think the first glow up was becoming more confident in what I have to speak, what I have to say, not people pleasing. And this comes with not caring about what people think. Hey, I don't like that. That's not cool. Oh, they get offended? That's their problem. They probably feel offended because they actually did something wrong. They're feeling bad, and that's their way of being defensive, right? Speaking up for yourself, being confident in yourself. I've also implemented meditation. So meditation is a way for me to sleep better at night. I do a 10-minute meditation at night to have good sleep. I don't sleep very well. Greg's gave me all the tips, all the like little, melatonin, all these different little pills that you could take, and I'm not a very good pill taker, so I do know meditation really helps me at least be at ease, and that also comes with daytime meditation. Yeah, on the bus, I'll do a 10-minute meditation while I'm sitting there for an hour and a half. I'm really good at getting into that space of like floating, and I try to get there, and I really feel my breath, and the light coming down on your eyes is what really relaxes you. And that's how I start my day. If I know that I'm a little stressed out before work or before an event, I will sit there and focus on my breathing. And that's really helped me a lot throughout the years. Everyone talks about meditation, but no one does it. No one actually stays doing it consistently. I would highly recommend it. I feel like it keeps you at a place where, only you know yourself. So you can sit with yourself and be quiet and listen to your breathing. It shouldn't take that long to do. It should take less than 10 minutes to really focus on yourself. Take that time of the day and be selfish and take care of yourself and love yourself. And along with the people pleasing, there comes a point where you have to have boundaries. I think personally that a lot of our mental health actually comes from our environment, other people. And I'll get into this even with lifestyle, but mentally, that's why people like being alone, being in their own home. Because once you leave, and let's say you go to the gym, for example. The other day when we went to the gym, our gym is a posing bodybuilding gym, powerlifting gym. And a lot of people film and a lot of people pose. And I've become more confident as a person to just pose after a workout. Like, do my tricep machine, look in the mirror, pose for a second, see how my body's doing. I heard the kid next to me, because I'm not wearing headphones, say, "Ooh, you're so strong," but in a very condescending way. My trauma came where I was like, I'm gonna stay quiet, but I really wanna say something. Oh, it was so hard. Probably in high school or, beginning of college. And I'm like, I'm a grown ass woman. I'm 32 years old. I should be teaching these kids how to behave, you know what I mean? So after a few seconds I said, "Were you speaking to me?" And he said, what? And I said, "You were talking to me, right? Before?" And he's like, "Oh no, I was just talking to my friend." And I was like, "No, I meant before that. You were talking to me. Or were you talking to yourself? You're talking to yourself, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, I was talking to myself." I was like, all right, good. So I can be a confrontational person. I can be a person who speaks my mind. I just have to feel more confident in myself at the time and know that there's no repercussions except for that person who makes you feel uncomfortable because of their actions and their words. I've had to do that. For some reason, I feel like all people go through this. Problem is that people turn into victims. You call them out on their stuff, and that's something that recently people have been talking about. I think more so in a couple of years is the victim mentality, and I highly believe in that. People turn into victims, go off, tell their friends what their opinion of the story is, make them feel better. Then everyone hates you. Everyone sees you as an evil person when all you were doing was actually sticking up for your parents, sticking up for yourself, speaking your mind. People don't like that. There was a more recent episode of The Bachelor with Maria. And Maria spoke her mind. She was very nice, very kind, and she reminded me of myself, because when I did speak up for myself, everyone would be like, oh no, like, why are you saying that? I'm the victim. And she was like, what are you talking about? What? I don't even understand. Like, it was so scary, honestly, that these girls were pitting against her and making her feel like an evil. And she wasn't. She was a confident woman. And that's what you should be. You should try to attain to become a confident woman in, believe in your words, believe in what you have to say, because we're all individuals and we're not gonna always agree with each other. And kind of ending off mentally. Again, I think a lot of people are the reason why you may feel mentally down. It might, physically you might feel down about yourself, and that can affect you mentally as well. But people's comments can hurt you. If you're a confident person and you're wearing clothes that you're confident in, and they're like, oh, why are you wearing that? Why is your makeup like this? Why are you wearing red lipstick? I don't like dark lipstick on you. I don't like your hair blonde. Oh, you're always wearing crop tops. Remember that people have always something to say, especially when you're standing out. They might have good intentions. They might actually really not like something that you're wearing or doing or whatever, and they want to give their opinion. But at the end of the day, if you're confident in yourself, know that no one can trigger you. No one can hurt your feelings. At the end of the day, you're going home to yourself and to your family and to your husband who loves you and cares for you, or boyfriend or significant other or parents or whoever you're going home to. And that person who said that comment is probably going home miserable, as sad as that sounds. Because they're too busy looking at what other people are doing, what other people are thinking, what other people have going on. And that's a big part of my observation, is kind of understanding that people have a lot of opinions, a lot of gossip going on. And so when I hear people talking about negativity, like gossiping, talking about other people, what they should be doing, it is very hard for me to stay quiet. Then my husband, Greg, reminds me, people are not going to change. This is how people are. You have to accept them for who they are. They don't have a life. This is what they do. That goes into the physical aspect of a glow up. From going from mental to physical is what you wear, how you look, the outside perspective of yourself, how you see yourself. Do you think you look good when you look in the mirror? And what can you do to make yourself feel more confident, right? I used to not really wear makeup in the gym because it was frowned upon. Then I saw some girls like wearing makeup and I was like, they look so cute. And I was like, why don't I do that? Who cares what other people think? First step, I looked in the mirror and I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna do small little things. Because I was a huge makeup girly. I loved the cake on makeup. And then I started becoming more of a natural person. So I would just do my eyebrows and do some lip gloss or a lipstick. And I would go to the gym and I would buy really nice gym outfits. Even when I wasn't physically at the point where I wanted to be, I would still wear those outfits because I didn't care. I wanted to feel good about myself. And guess what? It made me lift heavier, honestly. It made me want to work harder to become more fitter, to make myself look better in these clothes. I didn't want to put too much makeup because I am not a makeup person. I look like I love wearing makeup, but I hate having stuff on my skin. I would start just with some blush, eyebrows, and lips, and I started doing that all the time. Also, get your nails done. If you can afford to get your nails done, do them. I do them around every 3 weeks, and people are always complimenting my nails. It's a way for people to be like, oh, I love your nails. It's a way for you to get a compliment. A lot of people do microblading for their eyebrows, eyelashes, they get a lip tint. I don't recommend doing all these things if you know, if you're already confident in yourself, if you love your lashes, I barely get my lashes done. I don't feel like I really need them. I just did them because we're gonna do a show soon. We're gonna be on stage, and also I'm gonna have a wedding photo shoot. So I wanted to just have this on for the time being, and it does make me feel better because now I don't even need to wear makeup. I could just have my lashes on and I feel good. Today I got another compliment saying, "You always look cute at the gym." That's such a nice thing to say. People come up to me and approach me and tell me like, "I love your outfit, I love your top, I love this, I love it." Who doesn't want cute compliments and feel words of affirmation, right? You will notice a change and a shift, especially in your confidence, when you start wearing things that you realize like, it's not for attention, it's for yourself. And when you are so confident in what you're wearing, you will glow from the inside out that other people will see it. Wow, this girl like makes an effort, she tries. Making an effort is sexy. You know, not trying isn't. Do we all love wearing sweatpants and having our hair in a bun? Of course. I do have that, but do I feel as confident when I do those days of having my hair up in a bun and wearing sweatpants? No, I don't actually, but to each their own. Do whatever makes you feel good. If you feel sexy in a bun and also sweatpants, then we will see that too. We will see like, damn, you look good, girl. Struggling with acne. I actually struggled with acne for around 2 to 3 years, maybe 5 years ago. It was actually cystic black acne. I probably spent over $200 of products. I think I ended up realizing that it was a hormone imbalance. Went to the dermatologist and got pills for it. And that really helped me with my acne. I haven't really seen much acne, probably like 1 pimple last week because it was during that time of the month. But other than that, I've felt really confident about my skin. Getting facials is really nice. I actually bought Massage Envy, which is both massages and facials, to like really de-stress myself, and I bought the package for it. And then once I saw a change in myself, I became more relaxed. My acne was going away and people were actually complimenting me on my skin. Stopped using the package. And again, if you can afford this, right? So look into a dermatologist if you can. I always try to lotion up. I'm pretty ashy. I'm a darker skinned than Greg. While he may be ashy, you can only see it on me. So I always have lotion ready, put on my arms, legs, everything. And then I have a few perfumes. I'm actually allergic to perfume, but these are very lightly scented. And then Greg also bought me a really nice expensive one as well. Here are the ones, I'll share it with you. We went to Bed Bath & Beyond and we were smelling every single spray so that we could see which one we liked. The first one I liked is more of like a nighttime, I feel like. It's called Cocoa Paradise. And the smell is very like sultry. That's the only word I can explain. It's like a sultry coconutty smell, like very island vibe. This one is called Gingham Fresh. I don't know if I'm saying this wrong, but it smells basically like green apple. Even better than green apple. It's like so fresh. It's so, I don't know, I love it. I have it on spray right now. Last but not least, Greg got me this. It was around $100-ish. It's Dior. This is a more dinner date vibe. More expensive vibes. Like, you're going out, I only wear this on very special occasions. Just picking and choosing which is best for what event. I think you should have multiple varieties of perfumes. I have a few more, but these are the ones that I usually use. Lastly, physically would be your hair. We've mentioned this with the whole putting your hair up in a bun. I do my hair 1 to 2 times a week. I will straighten it or curl it. It may be harder for other people with different textured hair, but for me, I always do my hair. I always have it down. Do I have it in a bun every once in a while? Yes. Am I too lazy sometimes to do my hair? Yes. Some girls are very good at keeping their hair slick back and up. I wish I could do that, but for some reason it doesn't really work for me. I also don't like putting any products near my scalp because I already have alopecia and seborrheic dermatitis and I don't need any more hair loss than I have, and they say like putting products on your scalp causes hair loss. With that comes hair oils, coconut oil, castor oil. Any of those oils really help brighten and make your hair silky smooth. I don't usually put oils too much because it's kind of annoying washing it out. I feel like it's like a full day event, especially with like castor oil. It's like so thick that it takes a couple of washes to like get it out. But I always have my hair done because even if my hair done and I have no makeup, I feel better. Yeah, apart from that physical aspect is now going into the physical fitness aspect. As you saw, I was 140 to 145 pounds before, and now I'm at 113. How did this happen? It is true when they say it's all in the kitchen. I don't even believe you have to work out. I just believe that I want to look muscular. I want to have muscle. I don't want to be skinny. I want to look strong. So you have to eat the proper amount of carbs, the proper amount of protein, the proper amount of fat. And you can all get this online. There are so many forums online. There's so much nutritional advice on Google. Search for anything nowadays. Not that hard. The problem is that people don't have the motivation and the consistency to attain those goals. And it's very hard. It's even hard right now at 113 to stay 113 because I want to eat everything. I love Cheesecake Factory. I would love to have spicy chipotle chicken pasta. I would love to go to the restaurant and have all the appetizers and ooh, spicy mayo with my sushi. But definitely having carbs is very good for you. That's how I lost weight as well, still having carbs. Bread, I eat bread. Brown bread is good for you. I eat rice. There's so many options to eat. So look online, you can see all the benefits and nutritional value of everything. Once you start going grocery shopping, you look at the labels of things, you realize how high in fat, how high in carbs things are, and then you realize, oh, this actually isn't good for you. So for example, a lot of brand name home meals have been listed as bad because they have high sodium. In this case, for example, this healthy choice, and it is 4 cheese ravioli and chicken marinara. But the thing is low in fat. It's only 4.5 grams in fat, okay? When you compare other healthy choices, there's like 14 grams fat, 15 grams fat. That's a lot. 17 grams of protein and 33 grams of carbs. It's really not that bad, actually. They say certain things are not good for you, and in reality, you should do your own research. For the longest time, they were saying eggs were not good for you and caused high cholesterol. Yeah, maybe in excessive amounts. Greg had high blood pressure and he went even on a vegan diet before he met me, and that caused his blood pressure to go down. He's been eating consistently protein, carbs, and fats, and then putting a ton of salt on his food. Guess who has lower blood pressure than me? Him. You have to research about your own body. You have to realize what's good for you, what's bad for you. I'm allergic to milk, but yet I can still have this type of yogurt that I've been having no effect. Maybe it could have caused acne, then I have to replace it with something else. Me and Greg, when we first met, we actually worked out almost every single day together. The problem is that we were eating out a lot. Every week we were going to eat Italian food. And that doesn't mean Italian food is bad for you. I'm about to eat the 4 cheese penne, ravioli, or whatever it's called. It's just figuring out what is good for you. Indian food is so heavy in fats. Am I gonna have it after this competition? Hell yeah, you know what I mean? Meal plan, meal proportions. Include the gym in your workouts because you wanna feel strong. On top of that, that lifestyle change, that food change, a coach really helped us with our meal plans. If you really need to invest in a nutritionist or a trainer, invest the money. I feel like money gives you quality. Money brings you a lot of things that can really help you approach life in a different way if you can afford it. But the thing is, you could pay for this person to help you, but the real thing is that you need to be consistent. You need to figure out what you need to do to make yourself keep going. You have to push yourself. So try to cook more at home. Try not to go out as much. Try not to drink alcohol, especially beer. It's called beer bellies for a reason. And then cardio. Stairmaster, treadmill, going for a walk outside, getting some fresh air can also help with your mental health as well. Definitely try to get cardio in any way possible. I would say 45 minutes 4 times a week, but it depends on what your goals are and what you're trying to attain at the end of the day. But all in the physical aspect, from the outside to the fitness, it's all subjective. A girl can walk down the street and one person may think she's absolutely gorgeous and another person may think, ugh, I don't even want to look at her. What really matters is how you perceive yourself and how you feel about yourself. I mean, I've been on dates where people don't actually find me attractive, I don't think, from my perspective. I mean, maybe they were shy, but let's just say they weren't attracted to me. Is that gonna change how I feel about myself? No. A lot of people do. They take that person's energy and they're like, oh, they don't like me, who cares what they think? Who cares if they like you or not? There's billions of people in this world. I ended up with Greg, who literally would do anything for me. Thinks I'm the most beautiful girl in the world and is so loyal to me. And I met that person by going through a bunch of other people who may have thought of me as less than. But just because they think less of me doesn't mean I should think less of myself. That person should make you better. A lot of trends going on social media. You know, the big butt is in, the big boobs are in, the eyelash extensions are in, people are always getting surgery for a smaller nose, everyone wants to look like Kim Kardashian. I guess if you could afford it, go ahead, and you really want to do it, go ahead, but I know I have a crooked nose, and I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to go get surgery. But what I can do is embrace it. You guys may be like, what kind of crooked nose? Exactly. I see this as myself, but what I can do is I can make myself more confident and feel good about myself by maybe contouring my nose if I really wanted to. But there's gonna be aspects of yourself that are truly beautiful. You may see something in yourself that another person is like, wow, that actually makes you really gorgeous. Growing up, I had, and I still have, dark circles. I don't have bags, but I have dark circles. And I told my mom, like, oh, I really hate my dark circles. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I wish I never had them. And my mom said, but that's what makes you beautiful. And luckily for me growing up, my mom always told me I was beautiful. She always loved what I was doing or wearing. And she is a big part of my confidence. She loves when I wear tight clothes. She loves like my makeup, my style, everything. That's a big reason why I'm okay with people's comments. You notice the people who talk so much have the most smallest minds. And overall, don't you feel better when you dress up? Like, hey, you went to that wedding, you got your lehenga on, your dress on, your jewelry's popping, your makeup's on point. Isn't that when you feel the best and the most attractive and the most confident? Why don't you feel that way every day? Well, last but not least is lifestyle. Some of the pointers I have with lifestyle includes career, friends, and boundaries. I feel like your career is a big majority of your life. You basically live at work most of your life. You're there constantly. You're around those people, your boss. If you become a boss, if you become your own business, you're leading that into your entire life. When I first started my career, I was somewhat undecided. I definitely wanted to go in the medical field because that was something my mom always told me was very stable. And I did. I went into the medical field, but something in me just didn't feel right. I didn't like it at all. I wasn't feeling good. I ended up graduating. Long story short, decided to go back for my master's in public health. Public health was really coming up, even though it was right before COVID. COVID wasn't really in the works at the time. But I went back for my master's in public health and I loved every single class except biostatistics. I hated that class, but I loved master's in public health. It was the most amazing experience school-wise, and it was all online. It was extremely expensive. I still have to pay off the loans, but I worked really hard. Ended up getting a really high GPA. I'm researching for jobs, for master's in public health jobs. And while it was somewhat difficult, I always stayed positive. I always mentally made sure that I felt good about my decision. Because coming out of medical school, everyone in the community, the Indian community, is judging you. They're always like, why'd you leave medical school? Like, what happened? And I kept telling them the truth. Really just did not feel good about it. I was crying all the time. I didn't want to deal with patients. Like, I'm not a people person. I'd rather be in a cubicle. I had to do it for myself because I have to not care what people think. So I did it for myself. I ended up getting a couple of jobs which were nothing really like public health. It was healthcare-ish, but more administrative. Some of them were okay, some of them were not. I ended up working for the government in this particular city, and it was probably the best boss I ever had. and I learned a lot. It was during COVID. COVID ended up happening, so it was the perfect timing. Everything works out for a reason, and I learned a lot. It ended up being a work from home situation. I ended up, a part of that glow up is getting a divorce. I left a relationship that I wasn't happy in. Like I said, a lot of the people around you is what cause your mental health, and you can also cause your mental health too. Not saying just other people. You can create your own havoc as well. And I knew that this is just not working out. So I left the situation, had to leave that job, ended up coming home, dating, not still feeling good about myself, but then I always had that little bit of confidence, and I knew that I was going to make it. I knew I was gonna find the best person in the world, and I did. I ended up finding the best partner ever. On top of that, a part of this whole experience was that right before I met Greg, I told myself that I need to have a stable career before I meet my partner, meet the one. I need to have a stable job. I want to take care of myself, have my own income. Highly believe in that, ladies. I believe that you should have your own income, your own source of money that you can pick out what you want to do. If you want to go get your nails done, if you want to go get a facial, if you want to buy some clothes, if you want to get food, you have money in your account. You don't need to rely on somebody else. Right before I met him, I got another government job. And hold on one second. Hey babe, I'm filming. Can I call you back?
Love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye. Ended up working out perfectly. My highest advice, and this is something I've learned from my mother, because my mom has 3 master's degrees. She always wanted to become a doctor. She ended up becoming a doctor. She's lasted there. She has so much experience, so she's just the #1 person I look to when I need some advice. Level up, always. Always try to get the best education you can. Always try to get the best job you can. Always look for something better. If you don't qualify for the job, still try for it. Because at the end of the day, you can always learn on the job. You might actually be the best fit, even though you don't have the qualifications. Always ask for more money, more work if you want to make sure that you learn as much as you can so you know your job inside and out. A big part of a lot of the things I was talking about, which is like getting your lashes done, getting jewelry, your clothes, your fashion, comes with money. Mental health wise, if you want a therapist, comes with money at times. Career is what will keep you stabilized. It's the one thing that will keep you stable. Let's say something happens to your job, you can always get another one. Get another job. Go for another career. I know someone who just recently stopped pursuing the career they have and went into a totally different career. And how many times do we hear people saying this? It is too short to stay where you don't want to be. And I'm so happy I changed my career. I feel like it helped me have my glow up. I have more time for friends, for family, for myself. A lot of doctors I talk to are like, oh, you're so lucky. My mom tells me like, I wish I could just work from home and just do administrative stuff. And I'm like, I am happy too, but my mom helped me with that. It's whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. So set clear goals, plan and develop a career plan. Invest in learning some new skills. I did a lot of certificates online. There's a lot of free certificates you can do from like Harvard or Princeton. Did those because during COVID they actually had them for public health in order to further your education in those relevant experiences you want. Network is very, very important. Like at work, I sit in a cubicle, but I try to talk to as many people as I can, and I'm just friendly with people. You know, you don't have to talk to everybody. As long as you're friendly, take on challenging projects, even though you feel like you're not capable, you are. You could do it. Test yourself. When I first met Greg, I bought a bunch of stuff to decorate this home. Did he help me at all? No, because I wanted to do it on my own and I chose to want to redecorate. And I bought $500 worth of stuff. I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have a job. Definitely have a stable career and a long-lasting career, something that you are happy with and that can give you some type of income for yourself. And along with career and money, you want to make sure that you are saving your money as well. While you can spend, also save enough for your future. For me, I think about my kids. I don't have kids yet, but I will soon, and I want to make sure that they're good and they're stable. Having a positive mindset with that, knowing that money is coming to you, everything's flowing in your favor, is great to have as well. So save up, look into investments if you can, 401k, if you have a pension, that's great. Really look into researching about how to save money and how to make money. Definitely create a Excel spreadsheet budget. So what I do at least once a month is I look at how much I've spent, I look at everything I could have not spent, and how much I could have saved if I didn't. And maybe that's a little bit more on the anal side, but if you are struggling with money and having issues with saving and spending too much, more than you're receiving, because I know a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. That's not something you want to do. So if you have to decrease your lifestyle in the sense of getting a smaller home, getting a different car, going to a thrift store to get clothes, because everything is available. It's just learning not to spend so much. Don't get the luxury brands. Don't get the Louis Vuitton. Get Temu, get Shein, get Fashion Nova if it's more affordable. That's what I do. And it still looks good. The clothes are top quality still. This will really help with your lifestyle and financial glow up. Next, I would say is your circle of people, your friendships. Evaluate your past relationships to see why you had those certain friends, why you let go of them, or why you still have those friends in your life. Then also look into your friends that you have right now. Then prioritize the ones who are positive and supportive of you and what you're pursuing in your life. Keep those people very close to you. You may meet strangers who are actually more supportive than friends, and those can be your people also. I believe 100% quality over quantity. Never putting anyone too high on a pedestal, because sometimes people can't be there even for themselves. So why would you put someone on this high pedestal when they're mentally not there yet where you are? So I don't hold anybody accountable for anything, for any of their actions they've done. Maybe I have let go of people who I didn't agree with their lifestyle, with their motivations, with their actions. You know, a friendship is supposed to be a supportive person. Someone who's there for you. Doesn't have to give you anything. They're supposed to just be there to support you. If you're going the wrong path maybe, but let's say you're like, no, I don't agree, I'm going in the right path. They should keep supporting that. And if they don't believe in what you're doing, then yeah, maybe it's time to let that person go. There's times where you can change your entire personality to become a better person. Let's say you are a very mean person and you're loud, mean, obnoxious, and you hated that about yourself and you want to change. You want to become more feminine, more confident, more mindful of the way you act. And your friend is like, what? You're like annoying and obnoxious. And you're like, no, this is me now. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be a better person. And like, give them some time to be okay with that, because it is hard to see a new version of yourself happening because this person has known you for so long. But eventually, if they can't see that you've grown into a new person, a better person for yourself, it's probably time to let that person go. So you also want to surround yourself with like-minded people, people who inspire you. Friendships don't have to be so deep, actually. I don't think you have to have such deep connections at all times. Sometimes I think surface level is perfectly fine. Personally, I feel like we're so busy in our own lives that it's hard to keep connected. I have a friend who lives far away, and I talk to her at least once or twice a month, maybe a little more, and we always catch up. And I see her as one of my best friends. And we do actually go deep. We have a deep relationship. There's reasons for that. It's because a lot of the times I trust this person. If I trust somebody, then I'm gonna go deep with them. But other than that, like, you don't have to have such deep relationships. Just pick and choose who you want and what kind of relationship you want with people. You don't have to be best friends. You don't have to force yourself even to feel like you have to be best friends. Just be kind and nice, and I don't think that's a problem. Definitely setting boundaries with friendships, family members is really important also. That's also for mentally too, lifestyle-wise. You have certain things you like, other people have certain things they like. At times, people could be intrusive, people could be overbearing. One thing me and Greg really helps me on is, if I have boundaries, just to create them. And it's okay not to feel bad, and it's okay to not people please, and to prioritize my own well-being. Taking time for self-care, practicing assertiveness, and standing up for yourself when boundaries are crossed. By focusing on these areas, and making intentional changes with yourself, you can achieve the mental, the physical, and the lifestyle changes you've always wanted in your life. This can lead to personal growth and fulfillment. I'm at this point in my life where everything's just going so well. Will there be bumps in the road? Of course! That's what's fun about life. It's a roller coaster ride. You gotta have some negatives, you gotta have some positives, you gotta have some negative people, you gotta have some positive people, you gotta have some failures. Big on failures. When you fail, you learn. And a lot of people don't talk about that a lot. A lot of people don't post their failures, of course, because it can be embarrassing. But no matter what's happened to you in your life, every single thing that has happened to you up till this day has helped you become the beautiful person that you are. So, take all those notes, take everything that you've learned, and bring them into your new reinvention of yourself. So of course, this is a lot of information, but I really hoped this helped you guys push you to start thinking about the changes that you want to implement into this year. If you decide to do any of the advices I give you, I'd love to hear back from you in like a year or so and see if anything's really changed. If you want to subscribe, hit the link below. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, as well as me and Greg's Instagram, the link will be below. And just remember, give yourself grace. Everyone is going on their own journey. They have their own path and their own struggles. Not everyone can just pick up and be mentally ready, cannot be physically fit in a couple months. It takes time. Everything takes time. And I'm personally still healing. I'm personally still finding myself, trying to make myself better, figuring out ways to speak more assertively. We're constantly always learning things, and we always have failures and setbacks, but the point of this is to keep pushing forward, to keep trying, to keep making an effort. And we are the only ones who can help ourselves. No one else is here to save you. This is your year, so make sure you make it about you. Again, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.